We are unbelievably well off by comparison to any previous generation, beyond the dreams of any previous generation. We take for granted powers that our ancestors would have attributed to gods or wizards. And we then reject the system that has wrought this miracle, and it really is a miracle. Market capitalism doesn't come naturally to people. Like I was saying about the tariffs, right? We're a tribal species. We evolved in kin groups. We have collectivist and authoritarian instincts. We think hierarchy and autocracy are a natural form of government. And it used to be our schools and universities that would teach people these counterintuitive ideas. You have to keep teaching that, caveman. We're all born as cavemen and cavewomen, right? And the reason we don't live like them is because we're the inheritors of this accreted process of teaching about the power of the individual, the power of reason. And it's not just that the world is getting more peaceful, it's getting richer, cleverer, cleaner, whatever. 2011 is looking like the peak year now. Something has happened that has made us go backwards. Now, there are various organizations that measure this, and they all have slightly different methodologies, but they all basically tell the same story, which is that at some point around about 2011, 2012, the 6 decades of patchy and fitful, but nonetheless identifiable progress towards freedom stalled and began to go into reverse. And every year now, for the last 10 or 15 years, the number of countries ceasing to be free has been bigger than the number of countries moving in the other direction. And I look at people who have grown up all their lives in places where they felt that the political system was secure and the property was secure and contract was honored. And I just don't think they appreciate how fragile and contingent those things are and how very quickly they can be undone. We got a real warning shot with the lockdowns. How quickly all of our rights were torn up and no one stopped it. So we have been warned how fragile this system is. And this is why it's so important to keep communicating. What's the recipe? What are the ingredients that make for this society? Weirdly, it goes under the academic headline of postmodernism. This idea that instead of there being an intrinsic truth is just a function of the bourgeois state and the power class system. But actually, it's pre-modern. That's how every ancient society was. It's how every theocracy was. This is the truth, and no, you don't get to argue with it. The veracity of the statement is determined by the status of the speaker, not by any intrinsic logic or reason. Right? So I say that because I think that comes so naturally to people. The idea that someone that you don't like might still be telling you something useful is really difficult for people. Spend half an hour on social media if you don't believe me. Right? We always start with, do I like the person saying this? Now let me listen to it differently. And what made the Enlightenment possible, what made Western civilization possible, was teaching people to stop doing that and to say, use your reason, use your logic, test this proposition empirically. And that's how we get to better and better understandings. If we're tearing that up, we really are reverting to a pre-Enlightenment age of, well, it's pre-Enlightenment, it's benighted, it's dark, it's savage.